तो अगर मैं वापस अपने पाइथन में जाऊँ, इफ आई गो इनटू माय पाइथन कोड एडिटर, तो पहले से ही मैंने कोड लिखा हुआ है इधर, ताकि कितनी देर का, कितना 1 या 1.5 घंटे का मेरा सेशन होगा, 1.5 आवर का सेशन होगा, ताकि टाइम बचा सकूँ मैं, क्योंकि HTML में तो उतना नहीं होता, CSS में काफ़ी ज़्यादा पार्ट होता है जो हमें कवर करना है इसमें इसी सेशन में, ठीक है। तो ये वेबसाइट हमें ख़त्म करनी है, इस वेबसाइट को इस सेशन में हम पूरी करके जाएंगे स्टार्टिकली, ठीक है। सो फर्स्ट हमारा सेक्शन आता है, मैंने बताया हेडर वाला सेक्शन, मगर हेडर वाले सेक्शन से पहले जो मेटा डाटा होता है, ठीक है, मेटा डाटा होता है हमारा जो हम किसी वेबसाइट के बारे में इन्फॉर्म, मतलब उस वेबसाइट में क्या क्या अलग रिसोर्सेज यूज हुए हैं उसके बारे में हम डेटा देते हैं, दैट इज आर मेटा डेटा, ठीक है। तो मैं अगर ये पहला वाला सेक्शन लूँ, इतना सेक्शन मैं देखूँ, तो मैंने अलग एक फाइल बना लिया अब इसमें, जिसमें मैं तुम्हें वही वाला कोड इधर लिख के एक एक लाइन तुम्हें एक्सप्लेन करूँगा, ठीक है। तो अगर मैंने किया कॉपी, ये बेसिक मेरा HTML है, ठीक है। जैसे अब पिछले वाले सेशन में बताया था, बेसिक हमारा HTML, पहले हमारी लाइन स्टार्ट होती है हमारे स्पेसिफाई करके HTML की ये लैंग्वेज जो मैं यूज़ कर रहा हूँ, दैट इज HTML हेयर, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी राइट हेयर डॉग टाइप HTML, कि हमारे ब्राउज़र या हमारे कोड एडिटर को पता चले कि हम कोड एडिटर नहीं, ब्राउज़र को पता चले कि हम व्हाट लैंग्वेज वी आर यूजिंग हेयर, ठीक है। एंड द सेकंड लाइन स्पेसिफाइज विच लैंग्वेज वी आर कोडिंग इन, मतलब वैसी यूनिवर्सल लैंग्वेज कि हम इंग्लिश में कोड कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। तो
can you just increase the font size? Zoom
इंक्रीज
in the
द
code.
फॉन्ट साइज, मेरा कंट्रोल++।
Just zoom in the screen.
तो सिखा दी कि पोर्टफोलियो में कौन सी बनाएंगे हम। तो यहाँ पे मेरे पास मेटा डाटा है कुछ जो मैं अपनी वेबसाइट में यूज़ करूँगा, ठीक है। तो पहला मैंने बताया डॉक टाइप हमें स्पेसिफाई करना पड़ता है कि HTML वी आर यूजिंग HTML हेयर, एंड सेकेंड इज वी आर यूजिंग इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज हेयर टू कोड इन, ठीक है। उसके बाद हमारा हेड टैग यूज़ होता है जिसके अंदर बेसिकली सारा मेटा डाटा पैक होता है, ठीक है। तो फर्स्ट वन इज आई हैव डिफाइंड कैरेक्टर सेट हेयर, कि कौन से वाले कैरेक्टर्स इसमें यूज़ होंगे, मतलब इसकी फुल फॉर्म होती है एक्चुअली यूनिवर्सल कैरेक्टर सेट प्लस ट्रांसफॉर्म फॉर्मेट, ठीक है। तो ये फॉर्मेट होता है जिसके अंदर ये हमारा HTML एनकोड होगा, ठीक है। ये हमें स्पेसिफाई करना होता है, या अगर तुम जनरल नॉर्मल कोड लिख रहे हो तो स्पेसिफाई ना भी करो फिर भी चलेगा, ठीक है। उसके बाद मेरे डिवाइस विथ के लिए मैंने मेटा टैग स्पेसिफाई करा है, जो अगर तुम अपना ब्राउज़र, अगर मैं इसमें वापस जाऊँ पोर्टफोलियो में, तो मैं अगर इसे छोटा करूँ ना, देखो ये उसके हिसाब से चल रहा है, जैसे मैं इसे छोटा कर रहा हूँ उसके हिसाब से अपनी विथ को अपनी स्पेसिफाई कर रहा है, मतलब एडजस्ट कर रहा है। तो ये मेटा टैग इसके लिए यूज़ होगा, मेटा नेम इक्वल्स टू वी पॉइंट, ठीक है। कंटेंट में मैंने ये सब डाला, ये तुम्हें वैसे ही अगर तुम्हें ये कोड कॉपी करना है तो लिंक में, इसके अपने मीट के लिंक में मैंने गूगल डॉक्स का लिंक में डाल देता हूँ, ये मैंने डाल दिया कि अगर तुम्हें साथ साथ मेरे साथ चलना है तो इस कोड पे मैं जो भी सेक्शन बताते जाऊँगा उस सेक्शन का मैं इधर कोड लिखते जाऊँगा, ठीक है। तो अगर मैं वापस आऊँ अपने कोड एडिटर पे, तो मैंने बताया ये, फिर टाइटल तो पता है, टाइटल हमारा जो हमारे वेब पेज पे सबसे ऊपर टैब पे दिखाई देता है हमारे वेब पेज का टाइटल, दैट इज टाइटल हेयर, आई हैव स्पेसिफाइड विद पोर्टफोलियो, ठीक है। तो CSS को अभी रहने देते हैं, इसको मैं कमेंट डाउन कर देता हूँ। कमेंट कैसे करते हैं, कमेंट हम !2/ लगा के, ठीक है, एंडिंग में करना पड़ेगा हमें इसको। तो ये मैंने इसको लगा दिया हमारा, क्या मेरा कमेंट लगा दिया मैंने, ठीक है। जब हम HTML इधर यूज़ करेंगे तो हम अपनी CSS की फाइल को इधर लिंक करेंगे, ठीक है। बाकी इसके बाद आए तो मैंने हेड टैग यहाँ पे क्लोज कर दिया। अब हमारा ये सारा मेटा डाटा हमारा स्पेसिफाई हो गया, जो हमने मेटा टैग के थ्रू हमने उसको प्रोवाइड किया है अपनी
Sorry,
वेबसाइट को।
Prakhar, sorry for interruption. Can you just go a bit slow?
ठीक
Because
है
जो
सर,
लोग नए हैं उन लोग को थोड़ा सा फॉलो अप करने में इशू हो सकता है, राइट?
ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम। यहाँ मैंने क्या क्या मैंने ऊपर टैब्स ओपन किए थे, है ना, मैंने HTML टैग ओपन किया था, मैंने हेड टैग ओपन किया था जो कि मैंने बंद कर दिया। तो HTML टैग को भी मेरे को पहले बंद कर देता हूँ, HTML टैग में, क्योंकि ये एम्प्टी टैग नहीं है, इसको मेरे को क्लोज भी करना पड़ेगा, तो मैंने यहाँ HTML टैग क्लोज करा। तो जो बॉडी होती है, जो एक्चुअली हमें अपनी स्क्रीन पे दिखाई देगा, वो किस में होता है, वो हमारा बॉडी टैग में होता है। तो यहाँ पे हमें बॉडी टैग ओपन करना पड़ेगा, बॉडी लिखा मैंने, और बॉडी टैग मेरा क्लोज भी हो गया क्योंकि ये क्लोजिंग टैग है, इसके अंदर हम पूरा वेबसाइट का अपना डेटा रैप करेंगे। तो अब पहली बात आती है हमारी हेडर टैग की, जो मतलब हेडर सेक्शन की, जो हमने ये वाला एरिया है हमारा, कौन सा, ये वाला सबसे फर्स्ट वाला, ये पूरा मेरा एरिया है, मैं इसे एक हेडर टैग के अंदर कंटेन करूँगा, क्योंकि हेडर टैग एक कंटेनर के उसमें काम करता है कि अगर मेरे को एक सेक्शन ऑफ मेरी वेबसाइट को किसी चीज़ में कंटेन करना है, कंटेनर के अंदर कंटेन करना है, तो वहाँ मैं एक अलग टैग यूज़ करूँगा, एक ब्लॉक लेवल टैग यूज़ करूँगा जो मेरे इस सेक्शन को कंटेन कर ले। ठीक है, उसके लिए मैंने ये पहले से ही स्पेसिफाइड होता है ये हेडर टैग, ये मैंने कोई ये कीवर्ड है, ये मैंने अपने हिसाब से हेडर टैग नहीं लिखा। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे मैं स्टार्ट करूँगा अपना हेडर टैग। हेडर टैग मैंने स्टार्ट किया, मैं अभी एंड टैग इसका हटा देता हूँ। तो जो मैंने पहले से ही स्पेसिफाइड कोड लिखा हुआ था उसमें से अगर मैं हेडर वाला पूरा सेक्शन में कॉपी करूँ इधर से, हेडर टैग है ना, तो इधर से मैं हेडर टैग कॉपी करता हूँ, फिर इसको समझाऊंगा मैं एक एक लाइन करके कि मैंने क्या क्या यूज़ किया है और क्या क्या यूज़ कैसे किया है मैंने। ठीक है, सो here starts the header tag. Header tag, in this header tag I have specified a class. क्लास किस लिए स्पेसिफाई करते हैं, ताकि उसमें हमें कोई CSS के थ्रू चेंजेस करने हैं, उसे हमें ब्यूटीफुल दिखाना है, उसे हमें थोड़ा इंटरैक्टिव बनाना है, विजुअली इंटरैक्टिव बनाना है, तो उसमें हम CSS यूज़ करेंगे। तो CSS के लिए मैंने एक अलग क्लास दे दी कि मेरे को पता है ये मेरा होम है, कि मतलब जैसी कोई यूज़र मेरी वेबसाइट पे आएगा तो सबसे पहले ये मेरा बायो देखेगा, मेरी फ़ोटो देखेगा, मेरा नाम देखेगा, तो मैंने उसे इसलिए होम नाम से क्लास दे दी। ठीक है, तुम रैंडम भी दे सकते हो, तुमने यहाँ पे ए भी दे सकते हो, तुम होम को हटा के तुमने ए दे दिया, तो मगर वहाँ दिक्कत होगी कि ये तुमको ही पता है कि ए क्या डिनोट कर रहा है, कि अगर तुमने यहाँ कोई ओपन सोर्स में कोई प्रोजेक्ट डाला तो सबको दिखाई दे रहा है, तो उन्हें थोड़ी पता चलेगा कि व्हाट इज ए हेयर, व्हाट ए डिनोट्स हेयर। तो ऐसे यहाँ पे नाम रखने चाहिए जो फेमिलियर हो थोड़े तुम्हारे कोड के साथ, तो मैंने यहाँ पे इसलिए इसको होम रखा है। ठीक है, तो इसके बाद मैंने डिव टैग चालू करा है। एक डिव टैग मैंने किस लिए चालू करा, ताकि जो मैं इसमें इमेज डालूंगा, इमेज अपलोड करूंगा मैं अपने पेज पे, वो उसके लिए मैं अलग एक CSS यूज़ कर सकूँ, और जो अलग ये भी एक कंटेनर में आ जाए, ताकि मैं जो भी इसमें चेंजेस करूँ, जो भी इसमें CSS लगाऊँ, ये सिर्फ ये इमेज वाले कंटेनर में ही अप्लाई हो, है ना। तो इसके लिए मैंने क्लास दे दी, इमेज अपलोड कर रहा था इसलिए मैंने क्लास दी मैंने इमेज नाम से, ये मैंने स्ट्रिंग का नाम इमेज रखा है। ठीक है, तो इसके बाद मैं इमेज टैग यूज़ करूँगा। इमेज टैग मेरा किस लिए होता है, इमेज को मेरे को अपलोड करने के लिए होता है, इमेज मेरे को अपनी वेबसाइट पर दिखानी है, तो वी यूज़ इमेज टैग। ठीक है, तो पिछले सेक्शन में मैंने बताया था, पिछले सेशन में मैंने बताया था कि इमेज टैग के कुछ एट्रीब्यूट्स होते हैं। ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट एट्रीब्यूट हियर इज SRC। what does SRC do? SRC specifies the source of your image that you are using in your website। ठीक है, तो मैं अगर अपने इधर डायरेक्टरी में जाऊं तो मैंने पहले से ही अपनी इमेजेस को मैंने डाल रखा है। ठीक है, इमेजेस के फोल्डर के अंदर मैंने अपनी सारी इमेजेस यहाँ डाल रखी हैं, तो मेरे को पता है कि वो कहाँ रिसाइड करती है मेरी इमेज, तो मैंने उसका एड्रेस दे दिया। ठीक है, ये सेम डायरेक्टरी में थी मेरी इमेज, तो मेरे को सिर्फ इसका नाम लिखना पड़ता। ठीक है, इसको मेरे को इमेजेस यहाँ फोल्डर को स्पेसिफाई नहीं करना होता अगर ये एकदम सेम डायरेक्टरी में होती बिना किसी सब फोल्डर के, मगर इधर जैसे मैंने दिखाया ये इमेजेस फोल्डर के अंदर है, सो आई हैव टू इधर स्पेसिफाई इमेजेस फोल्डर ऑल्सो। ठीक है, मतलब इमेजेस के अंदर कौन सी फाइल है, मेरी प्रोफाइल इमेज है .jpg फॉर्मेट में। ठीक है, इसके बाद मैंने इसको भी एक क्लास दे दिया, और इनका जो एट्रीब्यूट्स होते हैं इनका कुछ वो नहीं होता कि कौन सा पहले आएगा। अगर मैं इसको यहाँ से हटा के मैं यहाँ पे लिख देता SRC से पहले तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। ठीक है, तो यहाँ मैंने क्लास स्पेसिफाई कर दी कि प्रोफाइल नेम के नाम से मैं जब CSS लगाऊंगा तो प्रोफाइल नेम की क्लास में मैं लगाऊंगा, ताकि जो मेरी इमेज है उस पर चेंजेस हो और किसी चीज़ पे ना हो। ठीक है, तो इसके बाद मैंने एक ऑल्टरनेटिव दिया है। मैंने बताया था कि अगर किसी रीज़न की वजह से मेरी इमेज लोड नहीं हुई मेरी वेबसाइट पे, तो यूज़र को मेरे को बताना पड़ेगा कि यहाँ पे कोई इमेज थी, कौन सी इमेज थी जो लोड नहीं हुई। इसके लिए मैंने एक स्ट्रिंग पास कर दी, मैंने लिखा प्रोफाइल इमेज, कि अगर जब इमेज पास मेरी नहीं हुई, मेरी इमेज रेंडर नहीं हुई, तो प्रोफाइल इमेज स्ट्रिंग लिखा आ जाए। ठीक है, तो यहाँ मेरा ऑल टैग यूज़ होता है, और ये एक सेल्फ क्लोजिंग टैग है। ठीक है, एम्प्टी टैग है एक, तो इसको मेरे को क्लोजिंग टैग नहीं स्पेसिफाई करना पड़ा, मैंने यहाँ पर डिव टैग यहाँ बंद कर दिया कि ये कंटेनर यहाँ तक ही सीमित है, यहीं तक रहे। ठीक है, उसके बाद मैंने एक और डिव टैग यूज़ करा। क्यों यूज़ करा, क्योंकि जो ये बाकी का सेक्शन था मेरी वेबसाइट का, मैंने फोटो तो लगा दी, इसके बाद ये जो कंटेंट वाला सेक्शन है ना, इसको भी मैं अलग CSS लगाना चाहता हूँ, ताकि ये भी एक अलग एक कंटेनर में पैक्ड हो जाए, जैसे मेरा ये इमेज एक अलग कंटेनर में पैक्ड है, एक ब्लॉक लेवल एलिमेंट में। ठीक है, So here I have started another div element with a class name content. ठीक है, क्योंकि मैं कंटेंट को यूज कर रहा हूँ इधर, मैंने क्लास नेम कर दिया मेरा कंटेंट। फिर मैंने एक इधर इधर अगर मैं जाऊँ, मैं इसे हटा के ना पी कर दूंगा कि सर सुनना है। ठीक है, मैंने यहाँ पी एक एलिमेंट ओपन किया मैंने, जिसके अंदर मैंने हेलो लिखा। पी एलिमेंट क्या होता है? पी एलिमेंट मेरा पैराग्राफ एलिमेंट होता है, जो एकदम सबसे ज्यादा नॉर्मल मेरी स्ट्रिंग होती है, ना उसमें कोई बोल्ड चीज होती, ना उसमें कुछ इटैलिक हो रहा होता। वो सबसे सिंपल मेरा स्ट्रिंग यूज करने के लिए काम आता है, या मल्टीपल लाइंस ऑफ स्ट्रिंग यूज करने के लिए काम आता है। ठीक है, तो मैंने भी यहाँ पे मेरा सिर्फ एक वर्ड हेलो था, तो मैंने उसको क्लास दे दी, क्या? हेलो क्लास दे दी मैंने उसको, जो मैं CSS में यूज करूंगा जैसे मैंने बताया। फिर मेरे को आई एम प्रखर शर्मा थोड़ा बोल्ड में दिखाना था, ताकि सबको दिखाई दे कि मेरा नाम क्या है बड़ा बड़ा, किसने ये वेबसाइट बनाई है। ठीक है, ये तो सबसे जरूरी है, ताकि पता चले कि ये सुंदर सी वेबसाइट बनाई किसने है। ठीक है, तो यहाँ मैंने S3 टैग स्पेसिफाई करा, उसके अंदर मैंने लिखा आई एम और प्रखर शर्मा। इसके उस स्पैन एलिमेंट को अभी भूल जाओ कि मैंने यहाँ पे कुछ करा है। मैंने लिखा आई एम प्रखर शर्मा। तो अगर वेबसाइट में मैं देखूँ तो यहाँ तो ये एक लाइन में ही लिखा हुआ है कि आई एम प्रखर शर्मा, हेयर इज रिटन इन अ सिंगल लाइन, नॉट इन अ ब्लॉक लेवल फॉर्मेट, की मतलब आई एम के बाद मेरा प्रखर शर्मा है। तो यहाँ पे मैंने H3 के अंदर आई एम भी लिखा है, प्रखर शर्मा भी लिखा है, जो बोल्ड होके आएगा। H3 साइज स्पेसिफाई करता है, मतलब मैंने बताया था ना 6 टाइप्स के मेरे हेडिंग्स होती हैं, H1 H2 H3 H4 H5 H6। तो H3 थोड़ा मिडल का मेरा साइज हो गया, तो मैंने यहाँ स्पेसिफाई करा। उसके बाद मेरे को क्या चाहिए, तो मेरे को जो प्रखर शर्मा नाम लिखा है ना मेरे को, उसको मेरे को अलग स्टाइल लेना था, कि मतलब अलग ही मेरा प्रखर नाम दिखे, आई एम से अलग दिखे। देख रहे हो यहाँ मैंने इसे ग्रे कर दिया है। तो ऐसा कैसे हुआ कि मतलब इसको मैं ग्रे नहीं हुआ, ये ग्रे हो गया, ये इस पे कैसे अलग CSS लगी? इसके लिए मैंने स्पैन एलिमेंट यूज करा। मैंने डिव एलिमेंट क्यों नहीं यूज किया? कोई बताएगा मैंने यहाँ पे डिव एलिमेंट क्यों नहीं यूज किया? मैंने स्पैन ही यूज किया, और दोनों एक कंटेनर एलिमेंट है। इसको बता दो, बताओ।
सर डिव आप यूज करते तो सर वो पूरा लेता, बट स्पैन यूज करोगे तो जितना उसका ब्रेथ है सर उतनी ही वो लेगा सर कलर।
नहीं 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 नहीं, कोई और बताएगा माइक ऑन करके? कोई नहीं बता रहा, ठीक है, तो मैं ही बता देता हूँ। मेरा जो डिव एलिमेंट है वो मेरा ब्लॉक लेवल एलिमेंट है। ठीक है, ब्लॉक लेवल एलिमेंट का मतलब क्या होता है, कि मतलब सबसे अलग जाके ये स्पेसिफाई होगा, ये न्यू लाइन में आ जाएगा। तो मेरे को तो आई एम प्रखर शर्मा एक ही लाइन में चाहिए था, इन लाइन चाहिए था मेरे को ये आई एम प्रखर शर्मा। तो स्पैन हेयर इज एन इन लाइन एलिमेंट विच डज नॉट मेक्स यू गो टू द न्यू लाइन। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे मैंने स्पैन यूज करा है, इसलिए स्पैन मेरे को नेक्स्ट लाइन में नहीं ले जाएगा। मैंने स्पैन यूज किया, उसके अंदर मैंने प्रखर शर्मा लिखा, स्पैन मैंने एंड कर दिया। ठीक है, इसलिए मैंने यहाँ डिव यूज नहीं करा कि अगली लाइन में मैं ना जाऊँ। मैंने H3 टैग अपना क्लोज कर दिया। फिर मेरे को थोड़ी सी बायो लिखनी थी नॉर्मल, एक फॉन्ट के अंदर, नॉर्मल मेरे टेक्स्ट के अंदर, तो मैंने पी टैग यूज करा। पी टैग मैं आपको बता चुका हूँ, पैराग्राफ टैग इज यूज टू राइट मल्टीपल लाइंस ऑफ क्वेरी विदाउट एनी स्टाइलिंग। ठीक है, मतलब यहाँ पे कोई बोल्ड ना हो, कोई कुछ इटैलिक ना हो। मैंने लिखा है मैं अंडर ग्रेजुएट स्टूडेंट B.Tech कर रहा हूँ, और आई एम फ्रॉम ABSIT इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी। ठीक है, तो उसके बाद आता है, मैंने इधर अगर वापस अपनी वेबसाइट पे आऊँ, मैंने इधर 3 लिंक्स स्पेसिफाई किए हैं, जो मेरे को इसी इसी पेज के डिफरेंट सेक्शंस में ले जाएंगे। सॉरी। तो मेरे को अलग अलग सेक्शंस में ले जाएंगे। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे अगर मैं स्क्रॉल करूँ नीचे, मेरा फर्स्ट मैंने एंकर टैग यहाँ पे स्पेसिफाई करा है। तो एंकर टैग किस लिए यूज होता है? एंकर टैग इज यूज टू स्पेसिफाई एनी लिंक इन आवर वेबसाइट। तो मैंने इसके भी एट्रीब्यूट्स होते हैं। इसके पहला एट्रीब्यूट होता है HREF। इसके बारे में मैं बताऊंगा, मैंने यहाँ पे हैश अबाउट क्यू लिखा है। इसके बारे में जब मैं नीचे वाले सेक्शन में आऊंगा, जब मैं स्पेसिफाई करूंगा मैंने ये क्यू यूज किया। ठीक है, कि मतलब कैसे मैंने उस लिंक को क्लिक करा और मैं दूसरे पेज पे नहीं, मैं अपने ही पेज के किसी सेक्शन पे पहुंच गया, तो वो कैसे हुआ? तो यहाँ पे मैंने क्लास स्पेसिफाई कर दी कि ये एक बटन की तरह यूज होगा, तो मैंने क्लास का नाम बटन रख दिया, BTN रख दिया। मैंने यहाँ लिख दिया अबाउट मी, है ना, ये मैंने स्मॉल में लिखा है, ये भी पता चलेगा वहां जाके मेरा ये कैपिटलाइज क्यों हुआ। ठीक है, वो हमारा CSS में कवर होगा। मैंने फिर ऐसी ही 2 और मैंने टैग स्पेसिफाई
प्रखर।
हाँ सॉरी, मेरा नेटवर्क डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था। तो अब स्क्रीन दिख रही है सबको?
हाँ yes.
ठीक है, तो वापस अगर मैं आऊँ, so I was telling that I have used 3 anchor tags here that will move me towards, that will direct me towards my different sections of my page. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे मैंने, जैसे मैंने बताया, अबाउट में लिखा मैंने, जिसमें मैंने HREF एट्रीब्यूट करा है, जिसके बारे में बाद में डिटेल में बताऊंगा। मैंने यहाँ हैश अबाउट क्यों लिखा है, ठीक है। अच्छा, यहाँ हैश किस लिए यूज हुआ है? जैसे मैंने पिछले सेक्शन में बताया था कि हैश और टैग का नाम लिख के मैं वो लिख रहा था, अपनी CSS लिख रहा था। अच्छा चलो, इसको पूरे कोई बाद में कवर करेंगे, ठीक है, अभी नहीं। अभी ये जो मैंने हैश अबाउट लिखा है, इसको मैं बाद में ही कवर करूंगा, अभी छोड़ दो। तो मैंने 3 यहाँ पे एट्रीब्यूट्स बना दिए। मैंने अपने एंकर टैग्स लगा दिए अबाउट मी के लिए, माय प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए, और मेरा कॉन्टैक्ट मी के लिए। और मैंने यहाँ पे अपना डिव एलिमेंट क्लोज कर दिया, जो कहाँ यूज हुआ था, मेरा कंटेंट के लिए, मैंने कंटेन करने के लिए मैंने यूज किया था, यहाँ मैंने इसे क्लोज कर दिया। और यहाँ पे मैंने अपने हेडर टैग को भी क्लोज कर दिया, क्योंकि मेरा हेडर पोर्शन यहाँ कंप्लीट हो गया। सो ये तो सारा मेरा स्टैटिक HTML हो गया। अगर मैं सिर्फ इसको चलाऊं बिना मेरे बाकी सेक्शंस के, बिना मेरे HTML लगाए हुए, तो हम उसको देख लेते हैं, है ना, कि कैसा दिख रहा है वो। तो यहाँ पे मेरा पेज लोड हुआ, देखो यहाँ पे बहुत बुरा लग रहा है। ये सिर्फ फोटो है मेरे, और मेरे बायो लिखी हुई है, और मेरी जो लिंक्स है ये सबसे लास्ट में अगर तुम देखोगे, ये लिंक्स भी लिखी हुई हैं जो मैंने लगाए थे। ये अभी गंदे लिंक्स लग रहे हैं मेरे को, पर्पल भी कलर दे रहे हैं, अंडरलाइन भी दे रहे हैं, ठीक है। तो उसको हम करेंगे क्या, अब CSS से उस पर स्टाइलिंग करेंगे। तो वो हमें मेरा को स्पीकर ईशान विल टेल यू, ईशान विल मेक यू फेमिलियर विद दैट। थैंक यू सो मच।
Hey guys, my name is Ishan Singh Parihar. I'm currently pursuing BE from Cambridge Institute of Technology. I'm in my 4th year and I'm here as a guest speaker and a co-host for the session. Can you guys just confirm in the chat or via the mic if my audio is clear? If you guys can power with me.
Hi,
Right?
yep. Hi, yep, your audio is clear. Perfect.
It's clean, right?
A bit echoing, but I think it works.
Manageable?
I think.
Thanks for confirming, Tarun. So I'll be sharing my screen right now. Just confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, right? Cool. So let's dive straight into the code. So this is what our friend Tucker wrote until now. I'm just going to add a little bit of styling to it and let's see what wonders it does. So I'll be copying this code. In a moment, I'll be explaining what it means. So we're going to add some variables to our code. What are these variables? These are attributes or properties that we are going to use later. So what are these properties? It's main color. Now you can see these 2 dashes. These 2 dashes denote that these are variables. That's how CSS works. So this is a gray string that is our main color, main theme of our project that we're building today. Primary background color is white. Then we have the secondary background color. It is close to white, but not white. Then we have the primary text color for the text, that is black. And the secondary text color that is close to gray, but not gray. Then we have text transform, capitalize. So as Prakhar told, he had written it this, right? He has written this in small. But we don't want it in small in our web page. So to tackle this issue, we'll use text transform capitalize. So it's like the auto capitalize feature on your keyboard. You know, every word that comes up gets capitalized. Then we are also going to use transition in our websites. Transition is nothing but a basic animation that makes the website a bit user friendly. And also it looks nice to the eyes. It makes it appealing. So what is this transition going to do? First of all, we're going to initialize a value all That means this transition is valid for all the components that we are going to build later. Then the second parameter that we have passed to is 0.3 seconds. So the transition is just going to last for 0.3 seconds. And then we have a function here called the cubic desire function. You will be wondering what is a cubic desire function. So that is what I'm here for. So we have a cubic desire function and we have passed 4 different values. These are all experimented values. And you can experiment with it later and see what changes you see. So what is a cubic desire? It's nothing but a curve. Cubic desire is a curve with a start point. It has 4 points. What are these points? P0. Please bear with my handwriting. P2 doesn't even look like 2. And P3. So we have these coordinates. All these coordinates have been given to us in these parameters. Now what a cubic desire curve does is, it will have a transition from this point to this point at speed v1, from this point to this point at speed v2, and at this point to this point at a speed v3. All of these are varying speeds. Let's not dive too much into this, but just the basics. So it's going to drive through the curve in 0.3 seconds. Then we have our next property, that is for the A tag. As you can see, we have used A tags here just to scroll about in the page. Now, as you can see, in this website, this link comes up to be underlined, and it will be blue at first, and then it will become purple when it's clicked. So just to remove all these properties, which are basic and which are initial default values to this A tag, we're using a property called text decoration, and we're setting it to none. So as soon as we do that, the default styling of that A tag goes away because we don't need it. Right? Then we have the HTML. So this is going to apply to the entire HTML of our page. Right? Now in the HTML, what is the HTML right now? This is the HTML we have. What we want here is keep this scroll behavior smooth property. We'll discuss it later when we actually build the scroll bar and scroll through the page. Because, okay, just to give you a gist of it, what we are talking about is, for example, when we go from the intro session or the content section to the about section, it'll happen, in a fraction of a second. You won't even notice. But we want it to be smooth. We don't want it to be jittery. So just to avoid that jitteriness, we're using scroll behavior and we are assigning the value smooth to it. Now this HTML always has some margin and padding which are default to it. So we're going to override these properties and we're going to say, hey, margin will not be there and there will be no padding until and unless I don't specify you what padding or margin should be there. Now we have these three properties. Let's understand what are these. So you can see WebKit here. What is a WebKit? A WebKit is a search engine. A WebKit is an engine that is used by most of these modern browsers like Safari, Chrome. Also, it was used back in the old days with BlackBerry devices also. So what it does is, this engine is used to modify the default values. Like for example, if you can see here is a scroll bar. On our website also, we'll be having a scroll bar when we develop beyond this. So that it could be like YouTube, for example. If you go to YouTube, it's a basic scroll bar that they use. Right? As you can see the scroll bar. This is the basic and the default scroll bar that they have. And just to change this property, just to change this scroll bar, we'll be using the WebKit engine and saying HTML, look, we are using the WebKit engine for the scroll bar. What you're going to do is you have to add a width of 1.09 REM. Now what is REM? REM is nothing but the basic font size or the default font size of the page. So we are just multiplying the default font size by 1.09, nothing else. If I can go and show you the website that we have built, see here, the scroll bar is different, right? The scroll bar is different. Just to do this, just to give it this width, we are using a property called HTML ka width, that is the scroll bar ka width, 1.09 REM. Then what are we doing? Now the scroll bar has two things. This thing that I am holding right now is called the thumb of the scroll bar. And this blank space that you see here, right? This blank space is called the track of the scroll bar. That is, this scroll bar ka thumb will move on this track. Now, for example, let's do one thing. Now the background color is secondary background color, which is also the background color of our page. You would notice it when we develop the final product that this is going to be the background color of our website. So we don't want it to highlight in a different way. For example, if I just comment it out, and let's say we make this track black, and I change it to styles.css. Wait a sec, what happened? Okay, it's style.css.
नाम style है.
So you see, this entire track became black. That's not what we want here. That's clearly what we don't want. So just to do that, we have taken this background color. Ki matlab, it should not highlight alag se. Then we have this thumb. So we are assigning the main color of our site to this thumb, as I told. Okay, it's gone now. Achha, we don't have anything to scroll right now. Good. Then when the scroll bar comes, you will see that it will be the main color of the site. What is the main color? It's somewhere around gray, but not grey. Then what have we got? Okay. Then we assign a background color to our body. What is body? Just the tag beyond the tag just below the head tag, which contains all the content of our website. This is body. So we're going to apply this color to this body. That is the background color. Then we have these tags for the upcoming images and videos that we'll be posting. Let's just add it right now and we'll play with it later. Now the header. Right now what we see is just the header, right? We have nothing else but the header in our website. So what we want is, as soon as I open the website, the header should be completely available to me. That is the height. What is VH? VH is vertical height. This is the height of my screen right now. And I want to see this header on my screen completely, nothing else, just this header and the contents of it. And as you know, we have padding. Now, can Can you just tell me the two ways in which we can write padding in one line? I mean by two values and four values. You just give me in the chat. Let's see if you know that. Did you get my question?
Ishan, just repeat your question once again so that they can understand.
There are multiple ways of writing padding in a CSS. Do you know them? If yes, type yes in the chat box, please. Okay. So there is one way where we assign two values, and one is where we assign four values. So when it's two values, it's top and bottom and left and right. That is, top and bottom will have the same value and left and right will have the same value. So for this particular thing, what we are telling our document is, देखो भाई 2% अपने को पैडिंग चाहिए ऊपर और नीचे और 8% पैडिंग चाहिए लेफ्ट और राइट में. So this is for top and bottom, and this is for left and right. Nothing complex, right? Now we have a about title. Do we have an about title? No, we don't have an about title yet. We don't have an about title yet. We have our home tag. So let's see what this home tag does. So in home, this is the class what we are accessing. Now you must be knowing that to access a class, we use the dot notation. So dot home, it says display flex. You must have seen hoardings around highways and around your colleges, around your homes, right? So that's a flex. A flex could be either placed like this or like this. Now when we place a flex like this flex will have some content of ours. When it's placed like this, horizontally, the direction is rows. We are occupying the rows of our document. And when the flex is placed like this, it specifies that we are occupying the column of our web page. Simple. So, okay, that's the flex here. Now we have align items to the center and align content to the center. These two seem same, but these are actually not same. Just undo it and I'll show you what's the difference. Now, for example, in our website, we have a lot of rows. Flex is in form of rows. And these flex are gonna have some items. Let's say 4 items there, 3 items here. So the flex align content says that these rows have to be symmetrical, have to be arranged in the page. It says that it should be in the center. Align content. And align items is what takes care of what is inside these rows. What is the items? Now, for example, if we have just one row, align items will do the same thing as align contents. But if we have 2 rows, this is what align content will manage, and the spacing between these and the alignment of these is what will be managed by align items. Now what we have, the next property that we have is justify content. Why are we doing it? You must have seen, all of you must have used WordPad or Microsoft Word. So just in order to have the text in the middle, we used justify there. The similar thing works here. justify content will do nothing, but it will align everything in the center. The text, including the text. Now this is something interesting. We have a thing called flex wrap. What does flex wrap do? Flex wrap has the ability, if set to wrap the items in the form of a stack. For example, if I have this complete window, the items will get stacked like this, linearly. But let's say if we are on a mobile device, the width of one item is 100%, then one flex will be here, the other item will be here, and so on. So it is used to stack items according to the width of the device. Now we are using a very interesting font family. This is what Apple uses, so I really like this font. And we are giving it a font weight. Or it could be any parameter. Font weight can have any parameter from 100 to 900, and then there is bold, bolder, and lighter. But as I said, these are all experimented values, so I'm going to go with 300 here. Is it clear until now? Do you have any doubts? Just pull in the chat, please. No doubt. Thanks, Harsh. Thank you so much. Now what we're going to do is, we have .home.image.img. Too long, OMG. So in home, we have image, and image we have img. So what I want is कि भाई देखो अपने पास बहुत सारी इमेजेस आने वाली हैं इस पूरे वेबसाइट में, बट अपने को उस वेबसाइट में जाकर के केवल इस इमेज को, केवल ये वाली जो इमेज है इसको हमें एक प्रॉपर्टी देनी है. व्हाट आर वी गोना यूज इज गो टू .home.image और उसकी इमेज टैग में जाकर के सेट अ बॉर्डर फॉर 1 पिक्सल. That is a solid border, and it will be somewhere around white but not white. So this style sheet linked. Okay, the style sheet is not linked. I'm really sorry. So first we'll have to link this style sheet, which is styles.css. So the command that we have for this, it's link rel is equal to style sheet. This tells the browser कि भाई देख ये जो तेरे पास ये लिंक आ रहा है ये style sheet का है. And then we have, for example, we have static and then styles. Static folder में जाकर के we are accessing the styles file. Is it styles or style? It's style. So that's what we have done by now. It has a border right now, but you can't see it. Now we have .profile image. Let's make the profile image look bearable.
Ishan, sorry for interrupting, but
Continue.
how that effect is working.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I'm saying if you can change the color of that border, no, to like something around black.
Yeah, sure. I can.
So,
It's 000 black. See, we have this border right now. Also, okay, let's comment it out. So, can you see there is a border which is 1 pixel. 1 pixel. What is 1 pixel? Minutest thing. We'll go back to EEE. That's what we liked it when we did. Now, okay. Here is a profile image which has a class profile image. Now यहाँ पर अब आप बोलोगे कि यहाँ पर आपने डॉट प्रोफाइल इमेज क्यों नहीं यूज किया? जस्ट इन ऑर्डर टू शो कि भाई अगर इसमें हम क्लास नहीं डालते तो इसको कैसे एक्सेस किया जा सकता था. What would have been other alternative way to access this image had it not been this class? But since we have this class, so we'll be modifying and see that now okay. अब यहाँ पर आपको एक white border दिख रहा होगा, right? Also, you have this shadow. So how did we get this shadow? We have used a property called box shadow. Again, this works. Okay, so as I was telling there, कि भाई padding, margin और इन सारी properties में like box shadow, either we can have 2 values or we can have 4 values. So these 4 values are very confusing to some people. So it's the first one is top, the second one is right, the third one is bottom, and the last one is left. How to remember it? Now this is the best thing how to remember it. So if you don't do it right, you might get into trouble. So that's how you remember it. TRDL, top right, bottom left. So that's what we are doing here. It's 8 pixel for the top. See, you can't see it because it's behind the image. Then we have 8 pixels for right. This is right. Then we have 12 pixels for bottom. See, this is darker than this. This has थोड़ा सा intense है यहाँ पर नीचे. And then 0 pixel for left because light यहाँ, that's what we consider. भाई light यहाँ से आ रही है तो यहाँ पर कोई shadow नहीं होगी. Then we're going to make it a bit more interesting. Not very interesting, a bit more interesting. Whenever I overdo this, okay, get loaded, I guess. See, the shadow has gone within. मतलब shadow ढक गई. As soon as I press on it, it seems like as I'm pressing on his face. Please don't mind, Prakhar, I'm not pressing on your face. Also, we can do this, but we're not going to do this. It's just for the representation that I'm showing you this. We can have a border radius, for example, 50%. That's how you curve an image. See, as soon as I move over it, it goes curved. Now we're going to go to home ka content. I don't know what is this issue with indentation right now. See, we have home और उसका span है, I mean div है content. Just to access this, what we're doing is .home.content. Now, we have given a value flex 140 RPM. So it's a bit complex to understand. But what one specifies here is flex growth. This one specifies flex shrink, flex shrink, and this is 40 REM. This is the basic value. You have to experiment with it just to see what it does. But why are we doing it? Just to make our website responsive. We'll be adding responsiveness to this website. See, it got away. Why it got away? Did it get away because of this flex? No. It got away because of this padding we've given. Are you guys clear with the difference between margin and padding? Give a yes or a no. If I can have it in the chat. Yes, right? Good. So we have this. This is another container in which we have this content. And we have an 8 VW. Now what is VW? So this is vertical width. This is the width of our page. And just the 8th part of it is what we are using here as a padding. The padding is 8, the padding is in all the directions. It's from top because see we have given padding 8 VW. It's all the parameters are 8. Top, bottom, right, left, everything is 8. And then we have given a font size of 30 pixels. भाई ये तो अपने को 30 पिक्सल में चाहिए just so that it covers all of my page. I'm using this 100% for this thing, so it should cover. Font बड़ा होना चाहिए. Now let's go to this hello. So in home, in content, we have a span with the class hello. So now we are accessing this span. Now this span says that it should be displayed inline block. This has a block and it should be displayed in line with the block. Then we have given it a font size a bit smaller than this one, which is 22 pixels, and we have assigned it a secondary text color, as I showed you. एक तो अपना black है, and the second we have #666. So this is what #666 is. Now we have home content h3. For the h3 tag we have in that. Also, we are applying a primary color to that with a font size of 30 pixels. So, see. Then we have the h3 span. Oh, do we have an h3 span also? Okay, h3 can do span. Cool. Indentation is making me go mad. So we are using the main color. What is the main color? Close to gray, but not gray. So this is in black and this is in gray. This is the span we are talking about right now. Then we have the p tag. Let's add the CSS. The p tag. And we are assigning the secondary text color to it with a font size of 18. So there is something I want to try. I may fail in this, but let's see. Line spacing, or rather word spacing. Let's give it. What should we give it? 1FR. Okay, I'll experiment on that later. Now we have the button in our content. Which button are we talking about? All three of these have the class button. So we'll make it style. Now what we want is the font size. The font of this button should be black, and the contents of that should be displayed in an inline block. It should not have a border of its own, like you see in the default buttons. It has a border, and then we're going to curve the border by 5 pixels. We'll be applying a padding of 5 pixels all around so that the content is in the center. Then we have a box shadow. As I told you, box shadow is just the shadow of that button. So we'll be having a 5 pixel, all around 5 pixel. Not all around. On the right hand side and on the bottom. That's where you're going to have box shadow. Text decoration is none, because it does not matter here if we give text decoration or not, because this button is an A tag and we have already given text decoration to A tag. But sometimes when we make a button and you click on that, the content gets underlined, it gets blue and purple, all of that nonsense we don't want. Then the position of it is relative. What do you mean by relative? Are you guys clear with what is relative, or I need to explain? Yes or no? Okay, I'll take it as a no. No. So see, this element dot button has a parent. What is that parent? This p tag, this s3 tag, all are its parents because it's in a div. All of these are parents. So what we are doing is, what we are telling it कि भाई देख अपने को जहाँ जगह मिले वहाँ फिट हो जाने का, कोई टेंशन तुमको लेनी नहीं है, जहाँ जगह मिले वहाँ फिट हो जाओ और नखरे तो बिल्कुल नहीं दिखाने। तो जस्ट फॉर दैट मैटर वी आर नॉट कीपिंग इट फिक्स्ड कि भाई मोबाइल में अगर हम लोग देख रहे हैं तो वहां पर भी फिक्स्ड है, कई बार ब्राउजर विंडो से बाहर जा रहा है, यू हैव टू स्क्रॉल फॉर दैट बटन, यू डोंट वांट एनी ऑफ दैट शिट। सो वी आर गिविंग इट अ रिलेटिव पोजीशन कि भाई जहां देख जहां जगह मिले तेरे को वहां फिट होगा। एंड देन वी हैव ओवरफ्लो हिडन। नाउ व्हाट डज ओवरफ्लो हिडन डज कि मान लो that button, the content of that button has a very large name, like about me, and E extends to about like 255 characters. So you don't want a very large button there. So it will come as dot 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 dot. You know, when you search on Google and if the content is not fitting on the page, it gives you dot 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 dot. So that is what overflow hidden does. And on the press of this button, we are having a transition of 0.5 seconds. We are having the content of this button at 20 pixels. Margin to the right is also 20 pixels, and margin to the bottom is also 20 pixels. For example, if it's a laptop browser window, तो right से तुम 20 पिक्सल दूर बैठो, और if it's a mobile window, तो ऊपर से 20 पिक्सल का डिस्टेंस बना के रखो, ऐसा चिपकने ना पाए, इसकी वजह से हम लोग ये प्रॉपर्टी यूज कर रहे हैं। Then okay, did I show you the reference? See the reference. Now it will not do anything because we don't have these sections right now. Later it will make a lot of sense. Now when we hover to these buttons, what is hover? Can someone tell what is hover? Not really, Harsh. Hover is when it's about our action. When I place my mouse over it, that is hovering action. Yeah, I'm hovering to this button. So that's what we did here. जब भी हम लोग यहाँ पर माउस प्लेस करेंगे, we are hovering a mouse onto this component, onto this image. तो hover होने पे क्या होता है? So whenever we hover onto this, the background color should change. We have it as white. It should change to the second main color. It should change to the main color. And the font color should be white, and there should be no box shadow. कि भाई button press कर दिया तो it should feel like it's pressed. That's what it is. Now we have, okay, I guess my work is done here. Prakhar, you can come. And see, one more thing. You see here? This is the thumb right now. This is the thumb. This is what we have assigned our color. Prakhar, I guess you can continue. I'll stop sharing.
Thank you, Ishan. So for now we have structured our header and structured and styled our header also. Okay. So moving to our next sections of the page, we have. I'll share my screen first.
Prakhar?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Prakhar, just keep the session in English because now we have audience from Bangalore and South as well, so they'll be having a little bit of issue in Hindi. Okay.
Okay.
Just try keeping it in English, and then you can explain a little bit wherever you feel like in Hindi. Okay. You can
Okay,
just
no
pause and
problem.
okay.
Okay, so now moving to our next section, that is our about me section. So I will be structuring this about me section from this HTML for now. So coming to our next section, I'll copy the section part which starts from here. If I copy the whole section which is continuing, is it now? Is it hasn't ended now? It goes till here, I think, huh? Submit section. Okay, so I have copied the whole HTML. So this might seem a little bit, uh, little bit of extra code, but there's some repetition in it. So we will be making these cards, you know. We will be making these cards, project cards. So the string used in this, the resources using in this cards will be different for each or every card, and but the styling or the HTML codes to make this card will be the same. So code repetition will be seen in this code in this section now. So coming to the top of this section, uh, yes, here starts. So section, I have started the section tag here to contain my whole section in a container. So just like the header I used earlier to contain my all the things I had in the header section, you know. So here I use section tag, and section is again an keyword already predefined in HTML language. Okay, so for that I have specified classes for my about section and ID. I have specified here both of the things, class also and ID also. Why did I did that? I specified both of the things to make my link that I wrote earlier to make it work. And I have here specified the link of my anchor tag as hash about. So where do we use hash? We use hash to use the IDs we have specified in our tag. So here the ID is about and ID is unique. So we can't use class here. Why we can't use class here? Because if we specified class, any single class, any one class name about, for example, I took a class name about. I also named another tag with the same class about. So by clicking a link, we cannot go into two sections of the page, है ना? That's common sense. We cannot be at two places and once, है ना? So that's why we use ID here, because ID is unique, where we can't use same ID in two tags, है ना? So I have used ID so that when we click on this about me button, about me link, I should go to the section with that ID named about, you know, and hash for ID also. So same goes for project and same goes for content. So here it defines why I have used class and ID. And so next comes p tag. For p tag, I have wrapped an string named about me with an ID about title that will be used in CSS, you know, like earlier we have did. So by looking in my card, we had three things, you know. One is a video or any image in any other card. Second is its title. Third, it's an image of the language I have used to make my project, and then a button. So for that I have used different div tags. For row I have used this tag with a class name row. For box, for the whole box, to contain the whole box, I have used this div tag with a class name box. And for the whole card I have used another div tag, so. And now comes the title. The title should be represented as a heading. So I use h2 tag here, and I have used h2 tag with the class title, which is actually the same I have used earlier also. I have used somewhere title. Mm, have I used? Might be coming in a bit later on. So I have used title here for. If I go deep, I should see it. Title. Class title. Let's forget when I will cover the rest of the section. We will see that I have used class title and different elements also to make CSS work for all of the cards at once. Okay, so I have wrapped coding skills into it in the h2 tag, closed the h2 tag, and started an p element for a normal string that in which I have used HTML string to contain. Then for more of the sections, like I have used title, so title goes here, and for these of the things, the things that are left behind, I have used more the div containers, like container with a class container. And for the progress bar in the about me section, in the section I have specified my skills. So these are the sections of progress bar, like this, like this. These are our title HTML that I use here, HTML, you can see here in the p tag. So these are the sections I will be covering in the rest of the div tags I will be showing to you, like this one with a container that will contain my skills, and this div tag contains the progress bar, and this div tag contains my percentage. I will be showing to you how much I know about this language or in this skill. So here closes the div tag. Again, this one closes here. So as same as this, I had to specify CSS also. I had to specify for Python also, and for C and C++ also. So I just copied this bit of code again and again for different skills, and change the strings used in this, change the stats used in this, like here goes 95%, here goes 80%. So it is like that. So how many skills do I have? I have 1 2 3 4 and 4 here, so 8 skills. I have copied this same code 8 times. So let's see for 1 2 3 4, and here goes web design, web development, graphic design, content writing. So here goes my about me section. I have styled up. If going into that, my index one page should be active. Where's my index one page? This one should be. So that was the page that Ishan told you and applied CSS into it. So what I have, I might have installed my CSS also, linked my CSS also. तो CSS को मैं इधर हटा देता हूँ ताकि HTML स्ट्रक्चर तुमको दिखाई दे अच्छी तरह, है ना? तो इधर 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 so if I go into my site again, so here is the are my about me section without any CSS I used. So here it looks like just the structure I have specified in it. Okay, so there goes the about me section. So if I scroll down, sorry, so if I scroll down, I comes into projects, where I have specified my projects for my website. I have showcased my projects here. So I have again specified a section tag here because in this section of my website, I wanted like different sections for the skill set or about me sections. That this about me section with the hover here, I actually noticed. So this about me section should be contained in an different div tag, div tag, not container tag, block level tag, that is section here. So this goes in a different tag, and my projects goes in a different tag. So contact me will cover later on. So for the project section, I have specified class for it, name project, ID project. So I told you earlier why I use class and ID, both of them, to surf around my website by links I have specified in my header tag, and like these ones on the top, about me and my projects and contact me. So now coming into deep, I have specified a div tag for the cards, as I have did for my about me section. For my skills section, there were 2 cards now. So here also specified 2 cards here, and a video element. So what does a video tag use here? Specify here. It contains the video I will be uploading, just like image tag. What is image? What is the tag for image? IMG. For video, here goes video tag. So if I scroll to the right, I have specified my SRC, matlab source of the video which is in this folder. If you can see on your left, I have specified all my videos here. So specified the full path of the video, where the video is, and the class for the video, which is named project demo, and controls. So what does this control attribute works here? So have you seen in a video, some videos are like autoplay, that does not have a play button or pause button or button to make it full screen. So to apply, to make those buttons show in our video section, this attribute controls is worked here. So if I can see in my website, in this video, there is a play button, there is a volume button, there is full screen button, there are options in it where I can modify the speeds and all. So for that, control attribute is used. Okay, so after that, I wanted another project to showcase, that is a COVID tracker website, you know. So for that also I have specified its title as in a p tag, COVID tracker, with a div element containing tech image, the image contained in this project, that this where is the COVID one, COVID tracker, the first one. Okay, so the image used in this will be styled by this class tech image. And tech image, what was the image? Image is specified here with the image tag, with the attributes that I have told earlier, with the alternative string to show when the image is not seen on our page. And after closing the div tag, I have also specified a link to for users to go on the my project itself, है ना. तो मैंने उधर डिटेल्स दिए हैं, तो डिटेल्स के बाद अगर तुम्हें प्रोजेक्ट पे ही जाना है तो उसके लिए मैंने एक एंकर टैग दिया कि इस लिंक पे क्लिक करो, तुम उस पे चले जाओगे. बट आई हैवंट posted that project anywhere, so I have used hash here, so you will not be directed to any external website here for now. So after this I have specified a I tag here. What does I tag do? If you can see here, I have used an icon here, a GitHub icon here, just adjacent to view string, है ना. So I tag specifies the icons here. So I have, but you can see I haven't uploaded any icon here. So what is that? If we go into the metadata, if we go into the header tags, यहाँ पे मैंने, if I scroll to the left, where are the metadata? This one is the metadata. Yes, this one that I have commented out. I should reverse that. So इधर मैंने मेरे फॉन्ट ऑसम एक वेबसाइट होती है जिसपे तुम्हें फॉन्ट्स मिलते हैं डिफरेंट टाइप्स के, ठीक है. तो उसके लिए तुम्हें उसका URL, यू हैव टू स्पेसिफाई द URL फ्रॉम विच you are inheriting the icons from the website. I have inherited a GitHub icon, so I have specified a referral for that font or some font, which I will be using here in my website. Okay, so coming back to my image, or you can say icon tag I have used this class here. So what is this class? It will not be used in my CSS. It will not be used in the CSS I have used in this website. It will be connected to the URL I specified in the head tag. So उधर उसकी जो वेबसाइट है उधर से ये क्लास एक्टिव होगी, और जो हमने ये क्लास के थ्रू आइकन इनहेरिट किया है वो यहाँ पे आइकन दिखाई दे जाएगा, है ना. तो अगर इफ आई डेमोन्स्ट्रेट यू going into deep font, if I write GitHub font awesome, है ना. तो first website, only the first website, no, not this one. Font awesome, the third tab, the third link. So going into the website, I might see different tags, icons into the website. So सबके सब आइकन के ना सबका इन्होंने क्लास डिफाइन करी है. If I go for this icon, I should have a class for this also. If I click on this, start using this icon, see they have provided us with a class with a whole tag in it, which we have to use in our HTML codes here. So just like that, I have used this icon here for that different classes used. So coming back to my code, so I have now used an I tag here for the icon and close my link to the view button and div element which contains the button. Okay, so coming into the next card, in which there are different projects I have made earlier. So it's the same like that. I have specified an image and a div tag, a title for my project, which is YouTube downloader, div tag for my images, specified my image, close my div tag, specified another anchor tag for you to view my project as a whole. So here I have hosted it on Heroku. So I have given this anchor tag a link to go upon. Okay, so closing this tab in a wrap. So again, I have used that same icon here, FAFA/link that the site have provided us. So just like that, I have specified how many tags, how many cards. Looking into that, I have used 1 2 3 4 5 6 card I have used. So I would have used 6 times this code, and I have copy pasted this 6 times. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, going into that, ending into Python quiz one, the card which have quiz. So the last one, here it is. So I have specified this piece of code 6 times here for the card to appear 6 different types, 6 differently, मतलब 6 times differently with different set of datas. So अगर हम इसमें जाए तो ये रहा, देखो अभी इस पे स्टाइलिंग नहीं हुई है, तो ये अलग अलग है. I have used styling in this card, so it looks like a structured, it looks like a blueprint here for now, each on every my projects. So where it ends here. So after going into my about me and project section, now comes my contact me section, है ना, different from the one I have specified in footer. I haven't specified the footer yet. That will I will be covering later on. So going into contact me, I have used different tags. Like here I have ended the section also, है ना. प्रोजेक्ट वाला सेक्शन मेरे को अलग एक टैग में रखना था, अलग एक कंटेनर में रखना था, तो मैंने सेक्शन टैग यहाँ पे क्लोज किया और I have used open another section tag here to contain my contact me details with a class contact ID for that anchor tag, name contact, ठीक है, p tag for heading my contact me section, div tag to contain my mobile details, है ना, div tag to give a to contain all the tables I will be using in. So as I have specified in the previous session, for table we use table tag. तो मैंने यहाँ table start करी. Table के बाद we have used t head. T head is same as ph. If you use ph or you use p head, they are the same thing. So specified a row in which 3 types of things will be there. That is my number, my phone number, my email, and my location. Okay, that will be styled by these classes I have specified above. And after that, another set of data, like what will be in this headings, what will be the data under these headings. That will be my phone number, my email ID, and my location. So अब इसके बाद ना 2 चीजें हो गई कि some of you might be viewing in your phones, or some of you might be viewing in your laptop. So I have used this 2 times, used this set of data 2 times. For the after seeing this, if I scroll down, I have again used this set of data, है ना. So that will be done by CSS for user experience, that it would appear approximately same. मतलब it should not disturb the user experience, it should not make the user experience go bad. So I have specified 2 times the same data for browser and for the mobile users, है ना, for mobile browsers. So यहाँ पे मैंने same, यहाँ पे मैंने class दे दी सबको अलग अलग. I have specified class for each and every element I will be using, each and every data I will be using. Then comes the form I have specified here. This comes the communication forms. You can see here on the left side, on the center, I have specified a form. For that, I have started a form tag, which is contained under a div element named contact form, which have label tag for name, label tag for email, label tag for message, same as that you can see here. And for that I have used classes also, है ना, class contact form, a whole class here, ठीक है, and then input tags also for user to input their details for the name, for email and the message, है ना, and text area also. Input, I have taught you what is input, and I haven't taught you what is text area, है ना. So what is a text area? Text area is different from a type of text. मतलब for the name I have specified a type name text. For text area it is different. You cannot write a big paragraph in an input tag which is of type text. You have to use a text area for that. So a text area also has a feature in which you can modify the size of the box on surfing on the website itself, है ना. For tutorial I should show you like this. On going on the bottom right section, I have 3 lines here. If I can zoom it, I have 3 or 2 lines here, which is used to modify the size of the text area. So that's how, that is the feature of a text area, है ना. So going zoom out from that. So that's how you use form here. Input tag for submitting the button, class for it to style my button, है ना. There ends my form. And now comes iframe. What is iframe here? So you have seen, if you go into a website, you can experience a different website showing into your website in any container. Like in my website, I have contained a map here, a Google map here. So Google map is a set of website. मतलब ये पूरी एक अलग website है जो मैं अपनी website में show कर रहा हूँ. For that we use iframe tag here. ठीक है. So iframe को मैंने class दे दी map नाम की. ठीक है. और फिर उसके बाद मैंने source दिया कि ये जो मेरा Google का map है, इसके बाद मैंने जो location search की होगी, I have searched any location ना for showing into my website. So I have specified its URL, full path of that my map. So मतलब ऐसा नहीं होता. You cannot use Google Maps here directly. You have to use Google Maps feature here. So if I go into Google Maps, I search Google here, Google Maps, by going into Google Maps. If I open the website, so अगर मैं इसका simple, मैं अगर कोई place search करूँ, if I search any place like Malviya Nagar, so इधर अगर मैं, if I copy this whole URL and paste it in my iframe, it won't work here. So I have to take permission. I have to take a feature from this Google Maps here. If I click on share button, I should go and a share pop-up which says embedded a map. What is embedded means it means कि अगर तुम्हें अपनी वेबसाइट में ही एक दूसरी वेबसाइट शो करनी है, दूसरा एक यूजर एक्सपीरियंस शो करना है, तो उसके लिए हमें एम्बेड करना पड़ेगा किसी मैप को. सो देखो इन्होंने पहले से ही मेरे को टैग दे दिया कि ये अपने HTML में जाके लिख लो. दे हैव गिवन मी अ फुल टैग हियर टू copy and paste it in my HTML, है ना. So that's what I have done here in the last section of my section tag in my section panel. ठीक है. तो मैंने पूरा URL इधर स्पेसिफाई करा और आई टैग मैंने बंद कर दिया. मेरा div tag has closed as of now and section tag also. So that specify my HTML structure for my about me and contact me, not contact me, my projects and my skill sets. So अगर मैं बिना HTML के नीचे हूँ, देखो इधर मैप भी आ गया, इधर मेरा फॉर्म भी आ गया, इधर मेरी लोकेशन, my email and my number has also specified. So now comes its CSS part. That would be Ishan be teaching you for now. Thank you. Ishan, over to you now.
I think before.
I'm really sorry, I was away for a while.
Sorry, I think before moving forward, we should take doubts if anyone is having, because many new things have been covered today. So, अगर किसी को है तो you can just ask, otherwise we can move on to CSS part. I think Harsh is the only guy who is dedicatedly studying. ठीक है, बाकियों को कोई डाउट नहीं है, लाइक सबको समझ में आ गया देखो. ठीक है, then I think we can move.
Sir, in a CSS section, while using the star,
हाँ मानव को उनको.
CSS
Ramesh?
section,
हाँ, go ahead, Manav, go ahead.
sir,
I guess
CSS
his doubt
section,
is
sir,
कि
आपने
स्टार का क्या यूज है. इज इट करेक्ट
yes, sir,
माना?
yes.
हाँ, स्टार का बेसिक यूज ये है कि स्टार का मतलब है हम पूरा जो डॉक्यूमेंट लिख रहे हैं, HTML डॉक्यूमेंट, उस पूरे डॉक्यूमेंट में हम एक स्टाइल जो है वो अप्लाई कर रहे हैं. तो वी आर यूजिंग वेरिएबल्स एंड वी वांट दोस वेरिएबल्स टू बी ग्लोबल, कि वो वेरिएबल्स को हम लोग पूरे डॉक्यूमेंट में कहीं पे भी ग्लोबली यूज कर सकें. दैट्स व्हाई यूजिंग स्टार. Does it clear your doubt?
Okay, sir.
Any other doubts, please?
Guys, the things being taught is the very basic of HTML, CSS and like अगर आपको कोई भी वेब पेज बनाना रहेगा तो these are the things you will always be needing, right Ishan? So कोई भी doubt है, because experts are here, so you can just ask, because बाद में भी you can find out, but वो time save होगा आपका. ठीक है Ishan, I think we can move. No one is.
I can continue, right? Is the screen shared?
Yes, Ishan, the screen is sharing.
So I have actually copied everything that has been done yet, and this is a website without CSS right now. But fatafat se we are gonna add some CSS to it and see. Okay, while Prakha was discussing about the HTML, I have added some of these CSS things. So फटाफट से let's see what is this. तो जैसे कि I told you कि to select a class we use a dot notation. Similarly, to select an ID, कि अगर if we have an ID to select that we use the hash notation. तो for example अगर हम लोग यहाँ पर जाते हैं in our code, we'll see sections. So this section is about section, and this has a p tag called about title, which has an ID. That's not class. It has an ID about title. Similarly, we have a section project which has a p tag and it has a ID project title. And similarly, in the contact section, we have contact title. So what we're going to do is we are calling all of these IDs together, कि about title, project title और contact title. सुनो भाई, तो मैं काम ये करूँ कि apply font weight bold, क्योंकि these are headings, we are applying font weight bold. We are applying the same font family that we have applied earlier. We are applying a size of 30 pixels, aligning the text to center, basic things. And there is this text shadow. It's similar to a box shadow, but text will have its own reflection. And this is the color that we are assigning to it. So, as you can see, this has a shadow, a black shadow. This has a black shadow. Similarly, this has a black shadow. Just for this, we are using the text shadow. Now, if you look at the original website or the product that we are developing right now, so you will notice कि ये जो about me section है and the contact us section, it was actually having a background color gray. So just so that it is visible over that, we are using the font color white. So we are saying कि भाई font color white होना चाहिए. And then we move over to it कि whenever we hover to these IDs, about title or project title or contact title, the text shadow should go away. It should not be there. So we are giving this that text shadow none. So this is what. Okay. तो कहाँ तक हमने कर लिया था dot button hover तक. Cool. Now we're gonna add this section tag. We're using a lot of sections. We're using 3 sections actually. Everything, the text should be centered and the font size should be 100%. मतलब जो default है वही रहने दो. Where you see it is got in the center. Now we're making the about section. We are assigning a background color to it and all of the stuff. A padding of 20 pixels. Font family, font weight, we've already done what it is. Then in the about section, let's go to the about section. In the about section, we have a row. And in that row, we have a box. And in that box, we have a card. So let's copy all this. Now the row should be a flex. I've already told what flex is. And we are saying in rows mein whatever content we have, just evenly space it. Spread it out and evenly space it. And wrap it also. For example, if it's 100, if it's a mobile device, show it one below each other, as I showed you in that sketch. Then we are assigning a padding. We don't want a top padding, but we do want left and right paddings. And font size is 1. That is what is REM. I already told you what is REM. So it's just the factor of 1, the same size what I'm using. All of this can be done alternatively, but it's just because we want to show you alternative ways in how things can be done. That's why we are stressing on these things a bit. Then, as I told you, in about row, we have box. How many boxes do we have? See, there is one div box, and then there is other div, which is box. So we have 2 boxes. So each box will have its styling. It will have a border radius of 25 pixels. It will have a shadow of this. Background is black, color is white, and margin to the bottom of it is 40 pixels. Again, an experimental value. Then we have the, okay, what should happen when we click on this box, which is inside this about class? What should happen? Of course, the shadow will go off. The shadow will reduce. It should give an impression that it's pressed. And this card, we have this card in our box. This has a fixed width, 395 pixels, again an experimental value, and it has a margin of 46 pixels all around. So see, this is how it comes up. Black, white color, margin, padding, this is white, and I hover to it. You see, right now you see a text shadow. When I hover to it, this text shadow is gone. If you want, you can later on experiment it with it in inspect element and see what is what. I'll show. See, this has gone one below the other. When I was in my laptop screen, it was like this. Now when I have moved to a smaller screen, it has come to this. So this is the card we're talking about, and this is the box. This is the box, and inside the box, we have a card. Card has all the content in it. Then there is this margin bottom that we have given. Okay. Now let's see what is this container we are talking about. So we have a container. This container has a progress bar in it, right? And inside it has skill and what is the criteria we're talking about. For example, when we're talking about HTML, we have given it a class HTML. When we're talking about CSS, we have given it a class CSS, and so on and so forth. So let's copy this. Can you guys just tell me in the chat if I'm too fast or you guys are following or not? Am I too fast? Are you guys following? Cool, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. Okay, so I have to interpret. It's yes, no, yes, no. What is for yes? What is for no? So, as we told, we have a container. In that container, we have the we have the progress bar, and then we have the skill percentage. So, this is the container. What is the container? This is the container. Let me show you. This is the cleverest thing I have seen on this. Because see, this is the container. Inside the container, we have a progress bar. Now this progress bar looks filled. So what are we gonna do is we have skill. Now for different skill, this is the cleverest thing. Just look at it very carefully. Okay. So for HTML, we have rated ourselves as 95%, CSS 80%, Python 90%, and so on and so forth. Now you see these progress bars are filled. What happened? What happened that we missed? How did this come? So what we have done is we have a div. We have a div जिसको we have filled completely. जिसको we have filled completely, and then we have arranged another div onto it with these widths. So what you see here is these divs. Had it been 100%, it should have occupied till here. But since it's 95%, it's still here. It's 80%, till it's here. So we are placing one div onto another just to show this progress bar. We don't have any other use for this. See, for skill, the background color is this skill, this one. And where is the skill? I guess this is a tough part. You guys can tell me if I have to go in depth for this. Are you guys getting it? Can you guys give me the chat if I have to go in detail for this? Because I think I should go in detail for this. It's tough to understand, right? Right. See, what we're doing is we're making a div called container. What is container? You see this square, rectangle? This is container. Inside this, we have a progress bar. This is also a div. This complete thing, you see, this complete thing is our progress bar. Now we have two classes in this. One is skill, and the other one is the technology that we're talking about, the skill that we're talking about. So this is our progress bar. Onto that, we are placing another div, which is the skill div. But in the skills, we are just specifying the background color and font color, and also the margin. What is this margin? This thing. This is the margin, 4% for top and bottom. And then we are doing a text aligned towards right. This text is getting aligned to the right of it. Had it not been there, this would have come somewhere here, this would have come somewhere here, because it should be in the middle of it, right? And then we are giving a font size 15 pixels, regular stuff, border radius 15 pixel for this thing. You see this curve, this curve, this curve, this is 15 pixel. Then for HTML, this progress bar is dedicated to HTML. So this skill, which has this color, golden color, the darker yellow, it should be 95% of the width. Similarly, this has to be 80% of the width. This has to be 90. I'm sorry, I'm getting a call. I'll just mute. I'm really sorry for that interruption, guys. That was a call from my mom. So, as I was saying, this is 95% width, 80%, 90%. So you can just experiment with these values and you'll come to know, "Bhai, what is it?" Just give me a yes. Give me a yes if you understood it. Yes? Thanks, Harsh. Thanks a lot. Harsh, had you not been there, what would have happened to me? So, okay. Now let's make a CSS for dot project. Now, what is this class project for? This is the class project. We are having an entire section based on project.
Ishan, please could you share your screen? It's not visible.
It's not over. I'm so sorry. Now is it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Atif. So, what I was telling is कि भाई देखो, here is this section and it has a class project. तो अब हम projects पे move कर रहे हैं. We have done this. We have this ready. So let's modify this section. My projects. So project, what we're gonna do is we'll be giving a margin bottom of 10 bh. I'll tell you why I did this. It's not gonna reflect here, but it's gonna reflect somewhere else. And do remember to ask me if I forget. Then the simplest font family and font weight, so that we have an what do you call it? A universal font across the website. Now this, okay, cool. I guess you guys are not aware of the media query. So I'll tell you what a media query is. Fatafat se. I won't take much of your time. This time is constrained here. What media query does here in our scenario is, it says, hey, browser, if you have a width of some pixels, and that is your maximum or minimum width, then present this thing which I have written into it as notified. For example, if I have given a width of, let's say, 768 pixels, that is the maximum for tablets. Now, if I say कि भाई ये जो cards है, it should be just 2 cards on a tablet screen, not more than 2 cards in the width. And if it's a browser laptop screen, display 4 or 3 cards. And if it's a still small, for laptop, we have the minimum as 1250. And for mobile devices, it's either 487 or 489. I don't remember exactly. You can just Google it and check. For example, I say कि भाई mobile पे तो ज़्यादा screen है नहीं अपने पास. We don't have a lot of width, so just display 1 card. That's how we want to arrange it. So what are we going to do is, we're gonna call this media query. Screen is the parameter here, and max width is 480 pixels. Yeah, that is for mobile. For a mobile, what we're saying is the screen should not be more than 480 pixels. So do one thing. Here you see there is this div called cards, and then we have one card, two card, three, four, five, and six cards. Those are the projects, and then we are closing the cards div and the card div. So for the cards, we say width 90% low, margin left, margin right, auto. It will align the cards in the center of it. 10% space will be there and 5% space will be on left, 5% space will be on the right. If I don't do this, there will be a 10% of the screen space in the right of the screen. So just to center it, I'm using this margin left and margin right property. I used it because I love this. You can try any other things, any other property, and experiment with it. And then we have the card. That is the singular card we're talking about. This singular card. Right? So it has a margin top of 20 pixels and padding of 5 pixels. Width is 100%. Like this will divide the page into 3. So we're taking the entire width of it, whatever width is available. Then we have a box shadow. See, whenever I hover to it, we have a box shadow. Then we have a transition of 0.3 seconds. You all know about transition. Border radius is 25 pixels. So this is for mobile screen. What happened? Nothing happened. It took 90% of the screen for each card. I'll show you. You just go to mobile device. Okay. See this? It's taking one. And if we shift to tablet, it's going 2. And for laptop, as we have seen, it's 3 cards. So how are we accomplishing this? We're accomplishing this using the media query. Then we say, bhai suno, if the device width is greater than 480 pixels, the mobile to nahi hai, and it's less than 468 pixels. It's a tablet. It's neither a laptop, it's not a mobile, it's a tablet. So do one thing, cards will still have a width of 90% and 5% space on left, 5% space on right. Now you do one thing. These cards should be displayed in form of a grid. And each grid will have columns in which there will be 2 elements or 2 items. And these items will have a gap of 20 pixels. And the rows will either have 65 VH of the height or auto, as you think it's better. If it's 65 VH is maximum, take 65. Or if the work gets done in 60, then take 60. It's your choice. So that is what we are telling the browser. For the card, we have the same thing, margin top 20 pixel, 5 pixel, 100% width, box shadow, transition, and border radius. So when we open it in a tablet, why it's taking so much time? Okay. So in a tablet, 2 of them will come together. Why? Because we have given 2 items that will be there. Similarly, for devices greater than 769 pixels, which could be a small laptop or a large laptop, it could be a TV, whatever it is. We're taking 90% space, simple things. But now we are repeating 3 items in our columns. 3 items, and we have not given a height explicitly like we gave here 65 VH. We have given it auto. Bhai, jo tumko sahi lage, do whatever the fuck you like. Then we have card. So for card, we still have the same thing. 20 pixel, 5 pixel, 100. Also, you could have avoided all this redundancy of card by just writing it once outside the media query. Maybe at that point of time, I wanted to design cards differently for different devices, but it seems that I was not successful in that. And then we have the card hover, key box shadow should increase or decrease whatever, whenever you hover on it. Done. Till now, all this is done. Now what do we have? We have a class project demo. Now what is project demo? I'll show you what project demo is. We have a class here for each image and video that we have applied. The class is called project demo. What we are doing is width should be 95%. Right now, before you saw that, right? You saw that transition. It was still here. But I want that it should cover. Pura file ke space use hona chahiye. And then we have margin right auto, margin left auto to center it, margin top 10 pixel. See here. There is this 10 pixel. And border radius is 15 pixel. So this is the border radius. Then we have tech image. Now what is this tech image? I'll not go into the code. Okay. So this tech image is the Python image that we have. We have given it the class tech image. If I'm not wrong, yes, this Python is the tech image. So we are displaying it as a flex. The flex direction is row. I've already told you what it is. Flex wrap is wrap. Align to everything to center. We have already discussed what it is. So it has done whatever it was asked to do. Now the image in this class. This was a div, I guess. Right? Yeah, it was a div. So we were right now we were styling the div. Now we will style the image inside it. That is a Python logo. So we are giving it a margin of 1 rem all the sides, height of 6 vh and breadth of 6 vh. Cool. We're done till now. Now we have the contact section. So let's just get done with this contact section. We are done with projects. We are done with this about me. What is left is this contact me. So fatafat se let's look what we can do to this. So we have a contact class for this contact. We have the ID contact and class contact. So whatever chooses you, you can either call it by ID, call it by class, do whatever you like. So we have a background color, we have a padding, font family, font weight. See. Now this is interesting. This is something interesting, and I'll tell you what it is. They're giving contact details, mobile, inside contact as display none. You'll see one thing that you notice is here we have a class called
Ishan?
contact details.
Ishan, can you hear me? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, okay.
Like the students are already using up their data, so if you could just wind it up by just giving them an overview so that they can experiment later on, and we'll be providing them with the resources. Okay.
Cool. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, so as we were discussing right now, you see, this is what we are going to develop right now. This is what we are going to make it. So as I was discussing about contact details mobile. So there is this table that you have seen. Where is that? Yeah, this table. This is inside contact details mobile. So this is another type of media query without using media query. So what we are saying, if it's a laptop, don't care to show this contact details mobile. But if it's a mobile, show that, and don't show the contact details. Like for example, you can see it like this. If I go to the mobile Okay, not small, but a medium here. You see, this has come as a table. When it was in the laptop, it was like cards. When it's in mobile, it has come up like a table. So that's what we have done here. And then we have styled it for contact details. The display should be flex direction is row, wrap the contacts. You saw that, right? The map came below this, and when we came to mobile, below the form. See, that happened just because we have used wrap. I've already talked about wrap a lot. Align items and all we know. Contact row column card. This is for mobile, I guess. If I'm not wrong. No, this is not for mobile. This is for the browser. We have the call and we have the. Where do we have the rows? .row.call.card. Okay, you can find it out later where it is. I can't find it right now. So what it does, what the basic thing of it is to have a border of 1 pixel black and a box shadow of this. Then we have already discussed this flex, shrink, grow, and basing value, margin varying. That is to the background. Okay, this is the background. We have a padding of 10 pixel. We have a background color, that is the primary background color. We have our box shadow, border radius, and the text has been aligned to center. And that's all the styling for this. Since you don't have a lot of time, I'll expect you guys to go through it and understand it yourself. Now we have the contact form. So we are going to display the contact form as in the form of a flex. Text align will be in the start. This mail, email, and message will be in the start. We're going to justify the content to the center, flex, wrap, all of those things. Okay, for the form, we have assigned a value of 60%. This takes up 60%. This is taking 60%. This is 60%. Then for form input and form text area, we have a padding of no padding in the top, but left and right, yes, we do have a padding. Then a width of 100% of this. This is 60%. This is 60%. But we have to take an entire space, so this is 100%. This is 60%, one container, and we have to take entire space of that container. We are giving it as 100% width. Border radius for curving the borders. Now we have given a form input height of 5 VH. This is the inputs, and this is text area, so we are giving it a height of 10 VH. Then we have the button, which has a margin on top. As you can see, this is 20 pixels. Font size is 20 pixels. Color inside the font on hover becomes white. And then we have this iframe. That is the map we have. So it has a 3 pixel solid border. It was coming in Prakhar's screen. I don't know why it's not coming in mine. There was a border. Prakhar, can you confirm? Prakhar, are you there? The session has ended.
Yeah,
then,
sure enough, Ishan. Okay. I guess Prakhar has some network connectivity issues.
Hello.
And then we have this footer. Footer mein kuch nahi kar rahe. We are just aligning the text in the center. And we have a color that is black. Primary text color is black. Margin top is 1 REM. Font size is 20 pixels. And we have a span inside it. This is the span. Now this span will take you to Prakhar's Instagram on clicking. And this all has been done in order to hide the mobile content from desktop browsers and desktop content from mobile browsers.
Yeah. So I guess Ishan, that's all for the day, right?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah. We'll be winding up the session over here, ठीक है? And जिसको भी ये पूरा कोड आपको हम लोग आपको प्रोवाइड कराएंगे, पूरी एक रेपोजिटरी, इसका पूरा रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो आपको मिल जाएगा, आप वीडियो दोबारा से प्ले करके देख लेना। बट प्रोजेक्ट प्लीज बनाओ, क्योंकि प्रोजेक्ट सिर्फ आपको आज काम नहीं आएगा, है ना, प्रोजेक्ट आपको इंटर्नशिप के टाइम भी काम आएगा। बिना प्रोजेक्ट के इंटर्नशिप लगना मुश्किल है, और अगर प्रोजेक्ट होगा थर्ड ईयर से इंटर्नशिप एंड लाइक सेकंड ईयर ऑनवर्ड भी आपको इंटर्नशिप मिलने लगेगी। तो प्रोजेक्ट बनाओ, जितने ज्यादा प्रोजेक्ट बनाओगे, अच्छे अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट बनाओगे, दिखा पाओगे, वही होगा। वरना ऐसे बोलने से तो कोई भी कुछ भी बोल सकता है ना, लेकिन अगर दिखाओगे कि मैंने काम किया है, तुरंत शॉर्टलिस्ट हो जाओगे, चाहे वो प्लेसमेंट रहे हो, चाहे वो इंटर्नशिप हो। यहाँ से हम तुम्हें पुश देंगे प्रोजेक्ट बनाने के लिए। आगे प्रोजेक्ट बनाना आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, आप हमें प्रोजेक्ट सबमिट करोगे, हम आपको एक प्रॉपर GDSC की तरफ, दैट इज गूगल डेवलपर स्टूडेंट क्लब की तरफ से आपको एक सर्टिफिकेट इशू करेंगे। ओके, सो इसके जो भी वो हैं रिसोर्सेज, लाइक हम आपको लिंक प्रोवाइड करेंगे एक वेबसाइट का, जहाँ से आप पढ़ सकते हो HTML CSS के बारे में डिटेल में, एंड वी विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग यू गूगल डॉक्स एज वेल, जहाँ पे पूरा कोड होगा, प्लस हमारा यूट्यूब सेशन भी हम अपलोड कर देंगे, एंड यू कैन जस्ट सी फ्रॉम देयर। ओके, एनीबडी हु हैज एनी डाउट्स और वांट्स टू से समथिंग, or should we just wrap up? Anyone who wants to say something? Any? And yes, you can just contact Ishan in the given link. That's his website. You can just go there and you can just find all the links, like to his Instagram, LinkedIn, and all of that stuff over there. You can just just get connected with him. Okay, and you're most welcome, Faisal. So now we'll be winding up the session, and that's all from our side. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for inviting me, Nadia.
Thank you so much, Ishan, for joining us and taking over the session.
And making our session visually sundar.
And making our session visually sundar. Absolutely. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Prakhar. Also, if you guys love my work, do endorse me on LinkedIn, do endorse me for CSS, connect over me to LinkedIn. Thank you, guys. It's been a lovely audience.
Thank you,
Thank you
Ishan.
so much, Ishan.
Thank you for joining, Ishan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Srijan.
Thank you, Harsh. And Karthik, we'll be providing you the resources as soon as possible. We are just trying to get everything in place so that we can just provide you a single link and तुम वहाँ से सब कुछ आप लोग एक्सेस कर लो, ठीक है? तो हम एक बार उसको सब कुछ एक प्रॉपरली अरेंज कर लेते हैं। ये वीडियो अभी एडिटिंग एंड ऑल के लिए जाएगा, एक बार वो फर्निश हो जाएगा, कल तक आपको HTML का वीडियो मिल जाएगा, एंड HTML CSS का जो बेसिक सेशन हुआ था उसका आई विल ट्राई इट टू अपलोड इट बाय टुनाइट और टुमारो मॉर्निंग, कल तक आपको उसका मिल जाएगा, एंड परसों तक इस वाले सेशन का भी आपको मिल जाएगा। ओके, सो ठीक है, वील बी अपलोडिंग ऑल द वीडियोस, जस्ट कीप अ ट्रैक ऑफ DSC यूट्यूब चैनल, जस्ट गो एंड सब्सक्राइब द चैनल सो दैट जितने भी सेशंस के हम अपलोड करें वो आपको सब मिल जाए विद रिसोर्सेज हम प्रोवाइड करा देंगे आपको। ओके, थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर ज्वाइनिंग, थैंक यू सो मच, वी आर डन फॉर द डे।